We are just learning that a deadly virus from the Middle East has turned up for the very first time right here in the United States. It's called MERS, which is an acronym for Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. It's apparently been found in camels. Health officials don't know how it's spreading to humans. And CNN's chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, just hopped on the phone line with us. So Sanjay, what is MERS? Tell me about this first U.S. case.
Well, this is a virus that we've been keeping an eye on for some time, Brooke. It's, as you mentioned, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, started in Saudi Arabia. Most of these viruses, and you and I have talked about this recently with regard to Ebola, most of these viruses make a jump from animals to humans, and that seems to be what happened here as well, specifically with camels. And they are literally just identifying the source of this virus even over the last few days. So this is a sort of developing story. One of the concerns with these viruses is that someone is exposed and becomes infected. Could they get on a flight and fly around the world and take the virus with them? We live in that world, and that appears to be what happened here. It's a healthcare worker, someone who traveled from Saudi Arabia, then went through Heathrow to Chicago, and is now in Indiana. Has been diagnosed, is in stable condition, we hear, but it's concerning. Obviously, this is we talk about these viruses spreading around. With this particular virus, you have over 300 people, primarily in Saudi Arabia, who've been infected. About 100 of them have died, so about a third of the people die from this virus, and that's obviously got a lot of people's concerns raised. This is not the first time it's left Saudi Arabia. It has gone to countries in Europe, even Malaysia, but as you point out, the first time now in the United States.
Okay, so this person is now in Indiana getting treatment. I know you have to go, Sanjay, to give a speech, and we appreciate you getting on the phone, but just quickly, how concerned should Americans be with this news?
We don't think that this virus spreads very easily between humans, like the flu or like the cold or even as SARS did. But I think given how potentially lethal it is, it's going to be very important to go back and find all the contacts this person came in touch with and see if they have any signs of infection, and this person needs to be isolated so they can't infect anybody as well. So I don't think there's need for any widespread concern, and in some ways we could have anticipated this was going to happen, but I think this is the first time now you have a virus that people have been focused on for a couple of years in the Middle East that's made its way to the States.